Manchester United are FA Cup champions, and Ten Hag still might be leaving. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Ethan, I know you feeling good, bruv.
Does it look like I'm feeling good? If I do this? If I go old school, does it look like I'm feeling good?
To be fair, I think he needed the change. We weren't feeling very good last week. That's why there wasn't an episode. But yeah, times are changing. Look at life, bro. You went from feeling like real crap
I was
to
down
a champion,
down in the dumps, dude. I'm telling you. And look, to be honest, if Ten Hag gets fired, I'll still be pretty down in the dumps.
Yeah, it's weird because obviously, like, that is obviously news. The talk that Ten Hag is still very likely to leave, even though the FA Cup. I shouldn't even say leave because I don't think he wants to leave. Like,
No, he doesn't. He's contracted to one more year.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, look, firstly, United won the FA Cup.
Yeah, which is a phenomenal achievement in itself, bro. I've always stood by
that. Man City, obviously, you've always stood by it. Arsenal have won it the most. Man City, get done in.
That's all I'm
going to say. Get done in.
United have taken a trophy from them at Wembley this season, and so have Arsenal because we won the Community Shield.
Oh, yeah, they're on the same level. Those are exactly the same.
I'm just saying, that's 2 times City have been done in at Wembley this season. I just think that is funny.
Look, United, obviously, I think nobody could have called this.
No, bro. I don't even think that Ten Hag, in all his confidence, could have called this.
Look, I will say, though, it was one of those things where as it got closer to the time, I did get more and more confident. Because obviously, you saw those pictures come out of the City players in the nightclub.
They were
looking
Oh
like
my.
ghosts.
They definitely regret that. I'm absolutely sure that was them just, like, underestimating the final.
No, and also just celebrating. I mean,
I guess you did a 4-piece.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, yo, the job's not done. You got another final in a week. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually played a part. But United played so well.
Look, I think even as a United fan, you have to admit it does play a part. The stability of the players, where they're at, like even just mentally, it's gonna play a part. But yeah, United did play well.
Played really well.
We've kind of been doing that false 9 thing for a while now. So, like we did it against Brighton, where Højlund comes on as a sub. Until he comes on, though, we've got Bruno as the false 9. We've also seen Bruno do this like last year. It's a good play. It works. It's very defensive. Yeah. Obviously, you can get another midfielder in there, and then you just focus on the 2 wingers to go down. And I think Garnacho, what a fucking salute to the kid, bro. I have been saying Garnacho was our player of the season.
You have been
I know people were saying like Kobe Mainu, Delo.
Yeah. But no, Garnacho's been there from the beginning, though.
From the beginning.
In the team.
He was the first like wonder kid before Kobe Mainu, before Højlund.
Yeah, at United at least.
United, yeah. And I think in the whole Premier League, actually. But no, I think Garnacho, obviously Man City completely fucked up on that goal. I think if Edison plays, that goal doesn't happen.
Yeah. Look, at the same time, I also think that if United's backup goalkeeper plays, then they keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, that's a fair. We'll get into Onana now. But look, I think having Ortega there does play a part. Ortega is a good goalkeeper. I mean, we saw him make that save against Son.
Look, we've seen this man. He's won silverware.
Yeah, he's won silverware.
It's not like he's never been in goal in a cup final before, but that was.
Yeah, that was. Look, again though, who are you blaming more? Because it's kind of just Kovacic and him just kind of have no communication. They both go for the ball. Neither of them gets the ball.
Well, again, I think that's the goalkeeper's call to make, bro. The goalkeeper was running on. You know what I mean? It wasn't so much a matter of like. I think defender was just doing his job. He was doing his job. He didn't give up, and the goal. I don't know why. He didn't. You got to make calls, and I think this also what makes goalkeepers really good goalkeepers when you can manage your backline and you can communicate. Communication is such a big part of it. Communication is out the window.
He's their backup goalkeeper, bro.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's why he showed why he's a backup.
Yeah,
he absolutely showed why he's the backup, bro. Like that man's not gonna go into Pep's office and argue that he should be starting after that.
No. But yeah, look, Garnacho takes advantage, and we get a goal. And look, up until that point. And even more so on until Kobe Mainu gets the second goal, United looked a better team.
I think throughout, bro. Up until they started defending, obviously.
Yes,
but that was just to be expected.
You kind of have to do that. Yeah. But yeah, like we played good. I think
counter-attacking football like to a T, bro.
Which is classic United. We've been doing that for a while. Ten Hag was actually supposed to change that, weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, it's such a difference to have Martinez and Varane.
What a game by Martinez, bro.
Dude, like honestly, the amount, again, it was one of those games where Højlund does, or Haaland
Haaland did nothing. Højlund came on and Højlund did come on and have, I think he had a decent cameo. But yeah, Haaland was
Well, look, Haaland did hit the post though.
Yeah, in the second half, yeah.
Yeah, he did hit the post, so he had something. But United, I think the balance between Martinez and Varane is good.
It's so good.
Like they clearly have some kind of like chemistry or whatever, or just their styles match, I guess. Because also Martinez is a lot more willing, and obviously he's a lot he's a lot faster and aggressive. Yeah, exactly. But it's nice to have Varane there to win like the headers and shit, because he did win headers a few times against Haaland. And it's just sad that he's leaving.
Yeah, man, I had seen the duo as a potential second coming of like Ferdinand and Vidic at United, because I think similar characteristics. Varane has a cool head. He's collected. He's just, and then you got like the Vidic
who's super aggressive.
Who's just this fucking madhouse, and like it especially must be disheartening when you see that they've won silverware together after playing how many games together? Like probably not even 10.
Yeah, well, this season I think Martinez alone probably hasn't played 10 games,
bro. So it's a partnership that genuinely had so it probably still has so much promise.
Yeah, we just beat Man City,
but Varane's obviously leaving. That's done and dusted. Martinez is just gonna focus on staying fit now. I'm sure he's gonna have a solid preseason, and next season. Next season, it's going to be the biggest difference, bro.
Him and Harold Maguire.
You think Harry Maguire is going to still be the pod? You don't think United will be in the market for a centre back at least?
Well, apparently we after that Todibo guy, but
who I like.
I don't see United. Also Braithwaite, but I think Braithwaite's going to take a lot longer and more expensive. But I don't think United, because also the biggest talk is still Olise.
Yep, I think it's United and City or United and Chelsea that are most in for Olise at the moment.
Because remember Chelsea tried to buy him last season and then
he said no,
and then he signed a new contract.
Because they technically owned him in some way. He had links to Chelsea because they had a clause. They had a clause that they could bring him back, and he was like, nah.
Oh, so I guess he was at the academy.
Yep, that's just one of the many. That's my biggest thing with Chelsea. It's all good and all. They got these amazing youngsters, and the size of the academy is the size that it is. But there's so many players: De Bruyne, Salah, Robin. Even there's so many players.
Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley, bro. Who I think didn't he get a move to Aston Villa? I think he's going to Villa. Either he's going there.
I think he might get him.
Yeah, like he had a solid Premier League season, bro.
With Luton, he did.
But yeah, look on this centre-back partnership thing at United, I think Maguire is good enough to be there.
I do think Maguire is good enough. He proved it this season.
I do think he's been a bit of a cult hero this season, bro.
There's weirdly with United, there's been a few of them, because you could even say McTominay, you could even say Johnny Evans. Like we've had a few of these guys you didn't really expect, and it's because guys like Rashford and Casemiro, who you did expect,
absolutely underperformed.
So they had to be like these random ass dudes. Yeah. And again, McTominay and Maguire have literally saved United a few times. That's true.
I think that the two of them can.
Obviously Johnny Evans. Shout out to Johnny Evans. He always does a job.
I wonder if he'll stick around next season. I wonder. Obviously, I highly doubt this was a 2-year deal.
You know, for backup, and in the situation we're in, if Varane leaving, I think he will stay.
Probably makes sense to hold on.
Yeah, I think he will stay, especially if we don't sign another defender in.
Yeah, and again, you're not gonna set a new record for a defender if you sign one this season. You're gonna get someone that
it's gonna be it's gonna be like Todibo.
Yeah, it's gonna be someone that's cost effective with potential or something. You know, who can come into the team.
I would love Braithwaite though, but I think he'll be very expensive.
English tax as well, bro. And he did just have
he had an incredible season. Yeah, but I would love him. I think if I could choose, he'd be my first choice. But
that's the dream transfer window.
Braithwaite and Olise.
Yeah. No, but I think that's you could literally look at United as being just two key players away from really staying competitive.
As long as one of those key players is a goalkeeper.
Oh shit.
Because Onana's completely done us in again.
How did he not save that? I don't know how he didn't save that, bro. I feel like I could have saved that.
Before that, let's talk about Kobe Mainoo's goal. What a goal. The ball from Rashford to send it over. Bruno's assist where he kind of fakes everyone and plays a nice little neat pass to Mainoo, who's sitting. What a goal. I think that's exactly what United should be doing. Rashford should be passing the ball over. Bruno should be passing the ball. Someone should be there to score. I think he may have been.
I think just because he got the inevitable winner.
Yeah, he did get the winner. But no, what a goal. Bruno, that pass from Bruno. What an assist.
Bruno's really
You want to talk shit about Bruno? Go watch that assist. We've seen a few times, especially like there were literally a couple games ago we didn't have Bruno and we looked fucking piss poor.
And you did highlight that was the main issue, bro. As soon as he came back into the team, United came alive.
He's a game changer. There's a reason a team like Portugal are so fucking like stuck on keeping him. You know what I mean? Like it's
you can
not
build a team around that.
Yeah,
player.
it's not only United who are like stuck in there. There's a reason. There's a player there. Better than Odegaard.
Oh God. Yeah, on that note, the way this all shifted to the narrative.
To Arsenal, they had a shit season. I know.
I don't know what we did. I don't know why we did what we
people
did.
really don't like Arsenal.
Like they
Arsenal
honest and again, I'm not arguing that United didn't have a better season than Arsenal. This game is about trophies, and again, I rate the FA Cup. I would say that on paper, yes, you can say United had the better season. But I guess you like the term I'd use is successful as well. I would more lean towards, because in terms of our season, we're happy. Arsenal fans are happy. It's all good and well that City didn't win another trophy. I was just happy that it wasn't City that won the FA Cup. And United did deserve it 100%. But this narrative, please stop this narrative.
Did Liverpool have a better season than Arsenal?
Definitely not, bro. They finished lower than us on the
third
table.
place in the Carabao Cup?
No. Then I'm gonna say then the Community Shield comes into play, bro. I think United
Third place in the Carabao Cup?
I think this is pretty much exactly what happened in Arteta's first season with Arsenal. We finished 8th and we won a FA Cup.
Is it? But did you finish third and win a Carabao Cup?
No, but I'm just saying, going back to that time, we got roasted for that, bro. 8th place finish in the FA Cup.
I know.
We got roasted.
Look, I'm not gonna make that argument. It is funny.
No, yeah, it's funny. But I'm just like we can't just laugh at City. Let's just laugh at City.
But United was a more successful season.
More successful, 100% more successful, because you won a trophy, bro. We didn't get a trophy. Unfortunately, we had a good title run, but we didn't win a trophy, and this game is about trophies. So I understand where the narrative came from. And on the Odegaard thing, fuck you. Like, nah.
No, that Odegaard thing's not even a question.
Nah.
But no, look, shout out to Kobe Mainu again.
Shout out, bro.
Like this close to player of the season. If he played more games, I'd let you have it,
bro. Like genuine.
But yeah, let's talk about Onana. So Doku at some point comes on because City take off KDB. This is after the second goal. So after the second goal, United just go very defensive, which you'd expect. We a counter-attacking team. We're playing against the best team in the world.
In the league. They're definitely not in the world anymore, bro.
You don't think so?
They're not in the Champions League final, bro.
Yeah, but I mean...
They didn't win a Carabao Cup.
They didn't.
They didn't win an FA Cup even.
But yeah, look, so we're playing against the best team in the... I'm still going to call them the best team in the world.
Yeah.
KDB comes off. No argument from him, so maybe the dude's just hurting.
Either that, or I think maybe he's at a point where he can realize... I can't offer anything.
No, but this is at like 50, 60 minutes in still.
Yeah,
he complains when he comes off and they're
maybe
like winning.
He's still hungover.
Maybe he's still. Yeah, I think a lot of them might.
Carson had to still be hungover.
You mean
bro.
Ortega or
Scott Carson?
Oh, what is
their third choice? He's their third choice.
Oh,
he was there for the celebrations, bro. Going on.
What a team player. But yeah, so Doku comes on. And Wan-Bissaka's been like pretty like stock standard holding Doku. Like there's a reason a lot of people call him the best one-on-one defender in the world. I'm one of them.
I know. I didn't say anything. I'm letting you have your moment, bro.
And a lot of those tackles no one else can do but him. He doesn't offer a lot going forward. I know United still are trying to look to sell him. I kind of wouldn't sell him, even if it's just for depth. You know what I mean? Literally, even if it's just for depth.
He can play both sides, bro.
That's
he's obviously not the best at the left back, but the thing is he can cover. Yeah, you guys have had Luke Shaw can't be relied on. Whether he's there next season or not, I don't know.
We'll see him at the Euros though.
Yeah, we will, because again, he'll stay fit for international tournament, bro.
No
matter what, bro.
I don't know if I should read into that.
We will be there.
But yeah, look, Doku was pretty tight, locked down on this dude up until one point where Doku does get the better of him. He cuts in a little bit, like 2 steps, cuts in outside of the box, shoots. It's a rolling ball, and Onana dives, but he doesn't really
late,
and he doesn't really extend his arms. Yep. It bounces off of him, goes into the net. Yeah. So clearly the dude, look, I don't like Onana. I was going to say I like Onana, but I actually don't even like Onana. I think we did. I think we did De Gea very dirty. I think Onana, we paid 50 mil for him so unnecessarily.
I'll say this about Onana, especially in terms of goalkeepers, he is still very young. Like, He's not. He's still got. Again, this is like a Szczesny situation. I think Szczesny only became world class from like 27. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well then we can sign him at 27, bro.
I guess.
That's what. Why is United not just signing a good goalkeeper?
Next season he has to be better. He won't be any worse or as bad as he was this season. I'd put money on that, bro. Genuinely.
I don't know. We thought last season he was the worst.
Nah, I think last season the injuries didn't help him as well. He had a constantly rotating back line. There was some like absolute basic errors that he made along the way. But I just say, I think next season with consistency and stability, hopefully that's what United have, then I think he'll come right, bro. I think he'll immediately. He's had some big moments this season as well.
No, he hasn't. Even in the City game, he made a couple big saves. But he just, I'm sorry, dude. You can't be making those mistakes. You're playing for Man United. Like the shit we gave De Gea coming in after winning the Golden Glove. The shit we gave him. I think there's no excuse, to be honest. We paid 50 mil for you. I'm looking at Ramsdale. I know apparently Newcastle were looking at him, but I don't think that's a true thing.
If he goes to Newcastle, he knows he's not starting.
Honestly, United, we might have to get another goalkeeper in this bitch.
I think United Ramsdale would be a solid option for any club, especially United. Look, he's English.
Yeah.
He's got personality.
Yeah.
We
saw him dressed as Hagrid watching the Southampton game.
Yeah, bro. He's a Southampton fan. I don't know how that's gonna go with United fans, but he is a solid goalkeeper in my opinion, bro. Like,
I would take him. I'm gonna be honest. I would take him.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell him. But I could see if United were in the market for a keeper, you should be high up that list, bro.
But look, so they score in like the 80-something minute, and
things get nervy.
And the thing with City is you never fully like say they're out of it. Even if it's like the 90th minute, like they're never fully out. They can always come back. But yeah, United did it. We won the FA Cup. Nothing happened at the end of that game after that. After that Doku goal, and it ended, I think City had 70 possession by the end of it. So yes, City they played their game. United sat back and played their game.
Yeah.
But that's the FA Cup trophy.
Nah, it's a solid win,
I can't complain on the FA Cup trophy.
And we gotta ask Rodri, where was the mentality, bruv?
Damn.
The mentality was out the window, bruh.
Yeah, those comments were a bit unnecessary.
No FA Cup trophy,
and I can see why you're getting back at him.
It was such a stupid, like you said, it was very unnecessary. And I understand though, like you want to obviously be a bit chesty. Arsenal were the team that pushed you there, but that's karma at work right there, bro. He's still world class though. What's that? His first loss in how long?
Yeah, it's a lot of games he's played. But it's a loss for Man City as a whole, dude.
That is true. They got the 4-peat. Obviously, we can't take it away from them. But
we can't take this FA Cup away from them. And you know what else we can take? We can take Chelsea's spot in the Europa League.
That for me was the best part of all of this. And do you know that they have to play a 2-legged qualifier
to qualify? Chelsea aren't even in the Conference League.
What's crazy is that if they do qualify, because we do have to say if they may not qualify.
They may not qualify.
If they qualify, I'm pretty sure even if they're never in the competition again, they will forever be the most expensive team to ever play in it, bro. Like that is shocking.
And honestly, it's another win for United is we knock Newcastle
completely
out of Europe. Fuck you, Barcode FC.
Look, good for United. Makes things all the more interesting domestically next season. Remember, Newcastle, when they didn't have Champions League football, they finished fourth. Didn't they finish in the Champions League placing?
They finished fourth.
So now this is a second go at it without the distraction of a European competition. Yeah, but and they're going to strengthen again.
But Villa is so good right now. I think United will get better as well.
I agree. I'm just saying Newcastle without Europe is a different breed. And Tonali's back now. You know what I mean? I think that this, as much as it's going to disappoint them, it's still a very big opportunity.
I think even you look at even that season where they did finish fourth and United finished third.
Yeah.
They were lucky that Chelsea was shit, Liverpool was shit.
I suppose you did highlight that at the time. Yeah, I just think like now honestly playing like he's playing, and they've got Gordon playing like he's playing. Like at that time, those players were still very much learning. You know what I mean?
Gomes is gonna get sold to fucking Man City. I don't think this Newcastle team gets better next season. To be honest,
you don't think so?
No, I don't. I
know they're gonna have some caps because they're out of Europe. They're gonna have some caps, but I think you sell a Bruno Guimaraes, especially if someone does hit that £100 million release clause. They've shown that they can buy smart and they can get, like, I think Tonali coming back, they're not going to feel Bruno, bro. Okay, Bruno is that good.
He's fucking weird. There's a reason Man City are looking at him.
He's that good.
But again, though, all these other teams get better as well. Maybe, okay, actually, we don't know. We'll get into... Chelsea have a new manager. But yeah, look, I'm so glad United won this.
Yeah.
This is, I think, 13 FA Cups, one less
Just
than
one
Arsenal.
below, yeah, one behind Arsenal.
The jokes about United having a better season than Arsenal. Look,
No, they're not jokes. They're not jokes.
No,
they didn't
they're
have. They
actually
didn't.
not
They,
jokes,
they
yeah.
didn't have a better domestic season than Arsenal. But as a season overall, you have to say that the better season because they got a more important. They got an actual trophy.
and the sad part of that is we're still seeing talks that Ten Hag is gone.
You obviously feel it's undeserved. And
It's completely.
unjustified.
We literally just won an FA Cup.
Yeah, and that's back
We
to
won the
back
cup.
seasons with trophies, eh?
A back-to-back season was cup. We didn't want a cup. But I think we did the same thing to Louis van Gaal. Remember, we sacked him after winning a FA Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, that's a very different Man United. Back then, United still had hope. This
what
United.
is it with United and just sacking Dutch managers after winning silverware?
Yeah, sure. Be careful, bro.
Like, damn.
But look, with the spot United is in now, an FA Cup win is kind of the best we're going to get. I know this would have been the worst season ever if we didn't win this FA Cup. But suddenly winning it, it's not the worst season ever.
No, it's the worst domestic season.
Yes. So-
Domestically, it's the worst.
But as a whole,
In
honestly,
Europe, it's the worst.
as a whole, honestly though, it's not a
Yeah,
bad season.
and that's football.
That's football.
That's football, yo.
Look, I have been a staunch Ten Hag supporter for a while.
Yeah, and you clearly have reason to be, bro. There's 2 trophies in 2 seasons.
Exactly. This is more
He
than
ended the
more than
trophy
Arteta.
drought. And
You want to say anything? You want to argue?
I'm letting you have your moment. But yeah, that's 2 trophies, 2 seasons. Managers before him couldn't say that.
No, man. A lot of managers before
I'm
couldn't say
fairly
that.
sure the next manager to come in wouldn't be able to say that.
Look, if you are honestly saying Ten Hag out, which I think most United fans aren't saying that. That's the weird thing. I think Ineos and them and Jim Radcliffe came in with a plan, and I don't think Ten Hag was necessarily part of their plans. But I think to keep the wheel spinning, they kind of said, yes, we'll keep Ten Hag.
Yeah.
But they've, I think, been waiting for a moment like this.
It's going to be a bit of a PR nightmare, I feel, especially after the FA Cup win. If they just announce
But that's
that,
why I think
hey,
they're going to wait a bit. They're going to let things die. They're going to let things die. It's not going to happen tomorrow.
and they may go in a classic Man United fashion and couple it up with a big name signing announcement. You know what I mean? Where they're like, oh, he's
Yeah,
gone, but here's a lease.
Yeah, you never know, honestly. But I think they are gonna wait. They have to. They can't make this announcement tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's,
No, not at all, bro.
With the fucking like the way United fans are celebrating right now.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna wait, let things die down a bit, whatever time will pass, and then they will announce that Ten Hag is fired.
We first need to see the pictures of the United team coming out of clubs sloshed and stuff. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, it's
I want to
just-
see Harry Maguire.
Johnny Evans. But look, it's very stupid. We've given this dude 3 years. He's been here 2 years. He's won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
One season he finished 3rd.
Yeah. that's true.
Next season, yes, he finished 8th. But let's look at the context. We've had all these injuries. We've literally had the most injuries in the season. We have had the most injuries in Man United history.
Yeah.
And the few times we have been able to see this team even close to fully together, because even against Man City, we weren't full. There's still no Luke Shaw. There's still no Casemiro. The team still isn't, and we're beating Man City.
Yeah.
If Ten Hag, and again by sheer like fucking odds, there's no way next season we have even more injuries. Physically, it's impossible.
I get you have our old physio.
No,
And
well,
every
but again,
season,
this is
after
the-
every
this is the-
season, this was Arsenal.
But
We
this
literally,
is the most injuries in a team's history. There's no way a team breaks that record back to back. That's the odds of that happening are so small.
Ten Hag has knack for setting records, though, especially unwanted ones.
That
bro.
is true. Speaking of records, I think Ten Hag did become the first manager to beat Pep in a domestic league final.
What?
I saw something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So look, Ten Hag is breaking records. Some of them good.
Good and bad, bro. You just can't stop.
But look, I'm thinking through sheer odds. There's no way.
Murphy's law. Like,
Yeah, there's no way he breaks the record for most injuries again.
back to back.
So
yeah.
so next season, just by that logic, will be better. There will be less injuries.
I do want to ask, by the same logic of United having a better season than Arsenal, right? And with the injury factor in consideration. You're not disappointed with this United squad as is.
No, I am. It's the worst.
I'm just asking because I mean, if you've had the better season than Arsenal,
It's the worst squad. But if none of the injuries happen, if Varane and Martinez start every game, if Luke Shaw's there all the time, I still think Luke Shaw's one of the best left backs in England. Silence.
keep going, bro.
But the team is very good. Like if everything is there, Kobe Mainu with him coming up now, Garnacho coming up now, even kind of fucking Amrabat finding his spot, because even in the Man City game he looked good.
So look, if you look at in what your opinion is Manchester United's strongest 11 as is currently, how many changes are you making to it?
Well, Martinez and Varane start. Luke Shaw is in. Casemiro is in. Garnacho stays. Højlund is in. And then Bruno is there. And Kobe Mainu. So it's just those couple. It's like
that's
3-4.
what I'm saying. Like, what would you change? Because like that's your team.
Yeah, but did you see that 3-4 beat Man City? Because honestly, the only difference of having Martinez in beat Man City. Yeah. That is a one-man difference.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. I think you're like a Branthwaite and an Olise are literally two signings that change everything.
They'd make it so much better.
Change everything.
And the issue isn't so much the first team; it's the depth. It's the depth. As soon as you got to start using fucking Kambuala, that's when it's like downhill, dude.
I guess so. So the team doesn't have to be dissected, is what you're saying. The team doesn't have to be torn apart.
It needs more.
Yeah,
it needs more. And I think certain players like as much as I do love him, Rashi, I think he honestly we could sell him.
I'm seeing some very strong links to Arsenal coming up today.
Take him.
Apparently, Arteta and Rashford have been speaking, and both parties are open to a move. But obviously, they don't think that it's very likely United will want to sell him to Arsenal. It's a problem. I would take that dude in a heartbeat. I called for him to come to Arsenal 2 seasons ago, I think. But I think his wages will be the issue, bruv.
He gets paid a lot. He gets paid a lot, and he doesn't deserve it.
Not going to earn that at Arsenal, bruv.
But yeah, look, I think United needs a lot of depth. And it's the sad thing is it's in like key areas. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like centre back. Yeah. You can't fucking go with like a makeshift centre back.
That's true.
And obviously we still only have one striker, which is why when Højlund doesn't play, we have to play with a false 9 because we literally don't have another striker. Yeah. So the team is good, but there is absolutely no depth. No. So as soon as you take out a few of those players and as soon as you throw on the most injuries in a season, it's done. The team gets done in, and I don't think that's Ten Hag's fault.
No, you can't put it down to that. That's true. He made lemonade as long as he could, and he got an FA Cup trophy to show
literally got an FA Cup trophy. Give him one last season. Ineos and y'all, if y'all sell him, that'll be the dumbest mistake ever.
Jim's watching. Mr. Ratcliffe.
Mr. Ratcliffe, I think you're talking about where I work out. Jim's was like, I'm watching you, Jim. But I think Sir Jim.
Do the right thing, bro.
No, we can't sell him. Even if you want to talk about it, we haven't seen a particular play style of what a yada yada yada. We've just beat Manchester in the FA Cup final. 2-2 trophies. At least let him sit out the last year.
Yeah,
at least let him finish
contract, out, bro. If anything, he deserves to see out his damn contract.
Even if we get halfway through next season and then you're like, nah, it's done. Yeah, that's fine. At least you can say you've given him the 3-year chance. Yep, we can't keep fighting fucking managers after 2 years. It doesn't make sense.
Yep. Another club that can't keep getting away with that shit is Chelsea. Chelsea, Ethan, are set to announce the appointment officially of a new manager, and his name. His name is Enzo Maresca. It's Leicester City's manager, who just obviously won Leicester City promotion back to the Premier League. I said I expected a left field appointment. Yeah. I didn't expect Leicester's manager to leave the club so soon after getting promoted. Chelsea's a hell of an opportunity. They got a seriously good squad on their hands as well. Money. So it makes sense, but I hate to see that, bro. Like, you just got promoted. Like, the last thing Leicester needed was a new manager in their first season back in the Prem, bro. Like, damn.
Look, I've been forced to have similar conversations with United fans because of Ten Hag. The talks of him still being fired.
Yep.
There's options. Pochettino, Tuchel. We've seen Hansi Flick basically announced at Barcelona.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't see that coming.
Obviously, Conte basically announced at Napoli.
Yeah. A lot is moving. This managerial domino effect that's going on is...
But look, there are a lot of managers available, is my argument. You can argue about the levels to them. None of them are really like Carlo Ancelotti or like Zidane. Obviously, Zidane's kind of available as well.
Yeah, I guess, But he didn't retire.
But I think there are levels to this. And I don't think taking a fucking Leicester manager is the level you want to be at. How can you sell Pochettino? How can you lick out Pochettino, who's just gotten you, like... Firstly, he's finished y'all... Even though he didn't stay there, he's finished y'all in Europa Europa.
Yeah, on paper.
On paper. Those last 5 games looked very good, and he's working with a very young team. You kind of, much like Ten Hag, have to give him time.
Yeah.
There are levels to this. With the same thing like the Ten Hag thing, there are a lot of talks of that McKenna guy, the Ipswich, who was also who worked under Ollie at some point. There's levels to this, dude. You can't. I'm sorry, but getting promoted with the unknown team is very different than staying with a big team.
I agree with you.
Same thing with Vincent Kompany going to Bayern Munich. There's levels to this. I don't understand why none of these teams are seeing these levels.
I agree with you, but at the same time, we've seen Leverkusen give a manager his first ever job in senior management. And
but Leverkusen's not Man United. No, Leverkusen is a team small enough to make those gambles.
We've seen Arsenal give Mikel Arteta his first ever job in management.
That's a more
and that's going well. And
that's a more interesting.
To be fair, he is one of so very few cases. I think Chelsea are just really banking on being. But we've
seen Chelsea do it with Potter. We've seen them try with this hip up and coming manager, and it doesn't work.
You know what? Obviously, I'm happy to see it fail more and more as an Arsenal fan. It is obviously Todd Bowley's club, it's Todd Bowley's money. This is the reason why there was so much concern around him taking over the club from Abramovich. There was a lot of people saying he doesn't really understand how this game needs to work. He's a businessman, sure, but decisions like this, you can never really get the trust of the fans. You can never get the trust of, I'm assuming, whoever you do hire as your manager, because when he looks back, he sees, I've got about a season and a half.
To be honest, you can never get the trust of the players. Did you see all the players making posts about Pochettino out? Nico Jackson posting like face palms, all the that is like, it's again exactly the same thing as United. I'm scared United is going to do exactly the same thing that Chelsea's doing, and Chelsea are just doing themselves in.
Yeah.
They're looking at Man City and they're 115 charges, and they think that's the amount of managers they should have.
Yeah, they're working their way there, bro. Damn. I would have rather seen Mourinho come back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's levels to this. Tuchel. I would have gone with Tuchel. Like, there's so many options, like dude. Said. I honestly would have gone with De Zerbi.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do prefer the idea of seeing Enzo instead of De Zerbi. Look, I like the new factor, and De
Zerbi's kind of hip and new as well.
But by all accounts, Leicester City played some damn good football last season.
So did Burnley in the Championship.
And they played good football this season as well. They just didn't have the players for it, and that's why I'm not.
They were the only team of the relegated 3 that actually had money to buy players.
And what I'm saying is, I think all I'd said with regards to Vincent Kompany's style of management was he plays good football. His problem was he was playing it with players that could not come close to being as good as they needed to be for that style. That's why I told Rizzo as well. Shout out to Rizzo. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Bayern and literally just be a hit. Because I think his style of football works with that caliber player.
If he can fucking push Eric Dyer through, bro.
I was just surprised. I honestly think Eric Dyer's out that squad when he gets there, bro. Genuinely.
No, he's in, bro.
I think Bayern will. I think first order of business will be bringing some players, and one of those players is going to be to replace Dyer in that team. Eric Dyer should not be starting in your 11, bro.
Vincent Kompany should not be manager of Bayern Munich. Let's be honest.
And he should. I'm surprised at the appointment, but I guess I'm not surprised at why the appointment. I think this is Bayern just getting ahead of the pack. And again, I think that Kompany's going to have a good season next season. But Chelsea hiring Enzo instead of De Zerbi, to me, is like, I've seen De Zerbi bomb now. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anything of this Leicester manager. So I think because of how big an anomaly he is, I'm like, go for it. As an Arsenal fan,
you know he's better than the devil.
As an Arsenal fan, I don't feel threatened. And as a football fan, I'm intrigued, because if this works out, that's another one of those, holy shit, look at that. You know what I mean?
I've seen Goldbridge, shout out Mark Goldbridge, but I've seen Goldbridge bring this up where he thinks the reason these teams are looking at these young up-and-coming managers is because they're kind of just going to like roll over them. Because remember, the talk is Pochettino left because there were certain things he wanted to do that he was told.
Which is also why Tuchel left.
Exactly. Which is also why Tuchel left Bayern.
I think Conte also had problems.
Because at Bayern as well are doing the same thing, where the board they have more say in the changes to the club than the manager does. So we saw apparently Pochettino didn't want to sell Conor Gallagher, because why would you? But apparently Chelsea is set on selling Conor. just because of money.
Because it's pure profit, yeah.
Exactly. So I could. Goldbridge thinks there's a conspiracy where they are bringing in these managers just to steamroll them. So we're going to see McKenna come in, but it's literally just going to be Todd Bowley to continue going, all right, we'll sign you, we'll sign you, we'll sign you. And you're not going to say anything, because why would you?
Todd Bowley watching X Spaces. Again, he's going to be
he's going to be. And again, why would a manager like fucking McKenna at United? United are trying to do the same thing. If we sign McKenna, it's just going to be Jim Radcliffe and Ineos deciding what they fully want to do, and McKenna will have no argument. Because McKenna is at this level. You know, he's not Mourinho. He's not going to stand up and shout, and he's not Tuchel. He's not Conte.
Maybe Graham Potter felt that to an extent as well.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, there's no way you wanted to sign 50 players in one transfer.
Exactly. I think Pochettino did the same thing. I think I'm kind of agreeing with Goldbridge here. I think these clubs are literally maybe the same thing with Arne Slot at Liverpool. These clubs are getting rid of these personalities, and they are just signing in like lackeys that they can be like, you do what we tell you, you work with what they want. Coaches, not managers.
Yeah. You know what? I'll disagree on the Slot thing. I think
yes,
that
obviously, Arne Slot. I'm just trying to be.
No, but again, Liverpool obviously do have owners who could make that switch, bro. Yes. They are also American owners.
But the thing is, the Liverpool have seen so much success with a manager with personality. Like Klopp is so fucking,
and also success from stability.
Yeah, but like you're not gonna steamroll Klopp with a decision. Same thing with like Pep at Man City. You're not gonna steamroll. That's
Arteta.
The thing.
You won't steamroll Arteta.
Can Arteta as well. Like he's got a lot of personality. I think the reason that these managers succeed is because of their personality.
You know what? I think this is something that, if we look at it, it's probably the clubs with the money that are doing this. You know what I mean? That are trying to shift into this dynamic.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea are obviously a very wealthy club.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, very wealthy enough, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? They might not be pushing Man City levels, but they're a wealthy club. So I guess you're getting these clubs that are very like financially dominant, making these decisions because they do want more say over how my money is spent.
Yes.
Or, I just think I know better. You know what I mean? I'm a businessman, and I hate that aspect. Like,
that's why I think it's going to fail. And that's why I agree with Goldbridge.
I hope it fails.
Because even at Villa, like Unai Emery is such a personality manager. Look at how Villa have succeeded.
But remember, Villa also changed. If Villa wanted a coach, and then while Emery was there, he negotiated to have more say, and they said, "Cool, well, we'll do it your way." Because that wasn't the plan, bro. It absolutely wasn't the plan. Even at Arsenal, Arteta's job when he came in was to primarily just be a coach, and then eventually he got involved more in the transfer side of things, and then they gave him the full-on manager position. So even Arsenal tried it, I suppose, but they kind of learned in the process. Maybe Chelsea switched it up. I don't see that happening.
So it's like, because on the surface, it's fucking stupid. Selling, getting rid of Pochettino, even to a certain extent, United getting rid of Ten Hag, it's fucking stupid. Like, why?
The risks outweigh the pros.
Exactly, 100%. Because apparently they have to like pay. Chelsea actually have to pay to get this manager in as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's 10 million fee or something to Leicester.
But
and they probably have to pay Poch. They had to pay Poch out, maybe. Didn't
I think they.
I'm sure he may have had at least one more year left on his deal, bro. They are making a serious living off of being fired by Chelsea. All these managers, bro. Like the money that is just getting thrown at them for these early contract cancel. Like Graham Potter can stay on holiday for another 3 years, probably, bro.
Is there any other news we got?
News-wise, no. Obviously, the Euros are coming up. We will be doing some Euros talk as it comes up to the time. But just in terms of the Euros, you fancy Portugal? Off
the bat, Portugal. We will do a little closer predictions at the time. But I think Portugal. I'm always banking on Ronaldo.
Slowly. But the England team. What do you think of the England team?
Yeah, it's good. Not many midfielders.
I was gonna say it's a very short midfielder list.
So we're gonna see Trent in the mid.
Probably, yeah.
Well, he was listed as under midfielders.
Oh, I didn't even take note of that.
They got that Adam Wharton.
A nice surprise name.
Yeah. No Rashi, obviously. He deserves it. He's had a shit season. I'm kind of hoping that's going to fire him up to a certain extent.
Yeah. At Arsenal, maybe.
Kobe Mainu in. Well, he deserves it.
All the Arsenal boys are there, except for Ben White, obviously.
I think if only Ben White could be there, I think it's pretty much a solid team.
On paper, United should go on.
No Jordan Henderson. That's the interesting thing.
I think it's the first England team I've seen him pick on merit, like from back to front, genuinely. There's no name. Like, I'm not even mad at. Like, I haven't looked at a name there and been like, why?
It's so tough. I don't know. Obviously, we haven't watched Henderson at Ajax at all.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't hear that Ajax had a stellar turnaround of
I didn't either. Because remember, they were doing terribly at one point.
They were in the relegation. Wasn't they bottom? I think they were bottom of the table or something at one stage.
So yeah, no Jordo Hendo. I don't know. I do like Hendo as a character. I think he's the type of dude you need. He was obviously captain of Liverpool, and I think he's captain of the England squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, England is England. If Southgate don't win, he should get fired.
The Euros are going to be dope. Hosted in Germany this season, so obviously Germany's going to be hoping to win some silverware. I don't know when last that country's won anything.
And we're gonna have Tony Kroos's last game ever.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, Champions League, bro. You are you backing Dortmund in this, or you? Because obviously, I feel like the fairy tale narrative's taken a bit of a shift after Kroos's retirement announcement, bro. Like,
no, also Man City is just Man City. I mean, not Man City. Madrid is just Madrid.
Yeah, we want Dortmund to win it, but
yeah,
but
I'd love it if Dortmund.
I've felt a little bit touched from all this Tony Kroos.
Yeah, apparently he's the best midfielder that's ever lived.
I mean, I knew he was good, bro. But damn.
Who else is good though? I don't know. I can't believe I didn't bring it up till this point. I've won Fantasy League. I was
trying to delay.
I'm a double champ, bro. I'm FA Cup champ and I'm FPL champ.
You've done a domestic double, bro.
I've done the domestic double.
You've done a domestic double.
In my house, that's a different.
So
the domestic double is.
You ended the last like 5 weeks in a row with the most points, eh?
You're damn right. No, I don't think with the most, but I was very close to the most. There was 1 week in between where I didn't do the greatest. But
did very little difference to the overall table.
At the end of the day, I know ball.
You know Branthwaite and you know
I know Levar. You wore the ball in the NBA. Lamar ball.
You know all the balls.
I know all the balls.
All the balls, pause. But yeah, you won it, bro. First time
and I want to say. And I don't say that. I was pretty consistently first the entire season.
Except for when you were consistently fourth.
Yeah, there was one major dip.
There was a patch, bro. Like you had like a Christmas period of hell, bro. Like the ones that Arsenal have, where it just dinks, and then you just shot up again.
But I'd love to give a shout out to my Everton boys, Pickford, Braithwaite.
Yep, Mateta.
Y'all have gotten me to this spot. I couldn't be here without you.
I gotta shout out Mateta for his final press conference. Did you check his final one when they asked him, what do you make of your season?
He was like,
fantastic.
But yeah, look,
Mateta to Chelsea?
I'm just too good.
Yeah, no, it was a solid season.
Just too good.
I had Foden. Foden was someone that I eventually caved on, but once I had him, he kept me in the game. You had a failing Salah in your team for like the whole season, and still came out on top.
I really stuck with Salah.
You do know ball. I can't argue with that. But you may have a new co-host next season.
Yeah, you didn't even finish second. You didn't even do your team in the last week.
I didn't do my team in the final week.
Although, to be fair, Razine didn't even have a goalkeeper in the final week.
Yeah, he didn't have a goalkeeper. I literally changed nothing. I still have free transfer in the bag. JC triple captain Trossard.
Bold
move, bro.
Bold move.
Bold move. I respect the intention, but yeah, it is what it is. We go again next season. I'm saying it here and now. You don't win next season.
I'm going to win.
No one wins back-to-back FPLs,
I'm going to win. I'm gonna be like the Pep of fucking FPL, dude.
The Ten Hag of FPL. Back-to-backs, bro.
Yeah, domestics.
Back-to-backs.
I'm taking Europe, baby. I'm taking the whole
FPL.
FPL.
There's that side tournament that you kind of just get on your own thrown into an FPL where you get like head-to-heads. I know at one point you could win a PlayStation, but every time I found out when I was put into it is when I was knocked out. Because I'd scroll down and I go like, when did I get eliminated? And I just lost some rando dude. That's what you got to do next season, bro.
Well, look,
win the Manchester United supporters league.
I'm planning on doing a lot of things. I'm gonna win the South Africa League.
You said it here first.
But look, no, it's been a good couple of days for me as a United fan, as a FPL winner.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Also, shout out to everybody that participated in the league this season. We're going to do it again next season, of course. We do have to give another honorable mention to Rizzo because he pushed us. It's been a three-way race,
dude,
for a lot of the season.
Closer than the Premier League because Liverpool fell out.
Closer than the Premier League. Yeah, like Rizzo was definitely there. Nate, once you switched on, you started to push. I think Nate finished fourth, did he?
He also did have a child.
He did have a child. Congrats, yo.
Congrats. Having a child slows down your FPL.
Maybe
that's why I've put off having. FPL's far too important for me right now.
Maybe the FPL trophies, the babies he made along the way. You know what I mean? Like that's... Shout out Nate, fourth. That's your top 4 this season. We've got Champions League football. Who's in Europa League? We got Chad and Jody. I think Jody's in Europa League as well.
Loops is killing it.
Which is, they also, I mean, Loops have some big weeks, bro. So did Chad, to be fair. But Chad, next season, don't phone me for advice, bro.
Phone me.
Don't phone me for...
Phone me.
Don't phone Ethan for advice.
He actually did phone me at one point, and I think my advice did work out. So,
that's what I'm
Chad,
saying. Don't phone. You can walk on your own now, bro. Okay? Clearly, I got some growing to do myself. I can't be distracted. I'm just happy I saw a full FPL season, only having forgotten to do my team like twice, maybe thrice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that was the last week. And on that note, thank you for watching. The season is done. We will be back. Hopefully, we'll do another predictions before the Champions League final this weekend.
And we'll be back with Spons as well to go over our predictions we made for last season, which he was weirdly right on a few of. Thank you guys for watching the show. Let us know your predictions for the Champions League as well when that episode comes out. I'm rambling now. We'll catch you in the next one.